welcome to round 4. I'm just put one up last night, and I'm getting a second one up tonight. I'm gonna just keep knocking these off as fast as I can. Kind of like I've seen most of these movies enough times to be able to rank them comfortably with my final rankings. And then the ones I haven't, I'm just giving them a rewatch to see if they hold up still. Like, some of them are just nostalgic. But without further ado, I'm just going to jump right into it. You guys know the drill. One from each year, starting at 2000. And representing the year 2000 on this one is from my Scream trilogy here, Scream 3. 2001, Joyride. 2002, this is from my Ring collection. This is The Ring. 2003 is House of 1,000 Corpses. These aren't standing right because of the box sets. 2004 is Club Dread. 2005 is from this 3-pack that I had in last episode or the episode before, and it's House of Wax this time, the top one. What was that? 2000. What, I lost the track here. 2000, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2006 is Final Destination 3. Bringing back that Final Destination pack. 2007 is 28 Weeks Later. 2008 is Cloverfield. And 2009 is Jennifer's Body. So that's my next round here. It's a pretty solid battle, I think. My lowest one is a 3.5 in 10th place. And that's going to be 2003, getting eliminated first. And it is House of 1,000 Corpses. Solid. Like, here's the thing. My number 10 of this episode is a 3.5 for me, right off the get-go. This is just a 3-pack that comes with all 3 of the trilogy. They've released, there's all kinds of versions of this, really nice ones, but I'm okay with just this cheaper 3-pack, to be honest. Because I'm not these aren't my favorite movies of all time, so. But I might get Upgrade eventually. It's pretty nice, some of the other editions, especially of House of 1,000 Corpses. It's Rob Zombie's first outing, and I think this is one of his best. It would be like top 4 of his movies for me, something like that. And it does a lot, it's stealing a lot, right? Stealing a lot from Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's stealing a lot from Texas Chainsaw. He's making it his own thing. The characters are all likable pieces of shit, which is interesting in itself, to create likable characters that are all just garbage. The worst of the worst human beings. And there's some decent stuff, and I like how batshit crazy it gets at the end. It reminds me of like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Where they just kind of go crazy. And that's what it is. House of 1,000 Corpses. Everyone's seen it. And then in 9th place, I have, from 2006, we have Final Destination 3. It's going bye-byes. I'm pretty sure that's it for the Final Destination films. Was there another one that came out in the 2000s? I'm not sure, but if there was, I didn't like it, and it's probably not going to make a future episode. So this is the final pick. This number 3 is good. Like, I like obviously like the fairground roller coaster setup, and it's an awesome opening. I just, at this point, it's hard to give these movies like really high scores for me because they're just doing the same thing again and again. We get, it's like, ooh, how are they gonna die this time? So they're good. Like, I think I gave this a 3.5. So they're good, fun, gory movies that, and it's interesting to see how all the kills are gonna play out. I've just never really loved this entire series. I really love the first one, and then all the rest of them are just like, what can we do now, basically. But it is what it is. And then in 8th place, we're losing the year 2000, and that's Scream 3. This is the only Scream movie I don't have on 4K. Is the third one. It's gotten a 4K, but I just never picked it up. So I just have it in this 3-pack here. Which is, to be honest, it's fine. I'll probably get the 4K eventually because I have all the rest of them in 4K, so it's like, why not? But yeah, Scream 3. I think this is still a 3.5 for me. But this might be my least favorite in this entire franchise. There's a couple that are like pushing around the exact same for me, but I don't mind it. Like, I find it somewhat interesting that it's like her half-brother. And it brings back the whole mom was a slut storyline. I'm killing her because mom was a whore. Like, it is what it is. It's got a decent storyline there where her mom was taken advantage of by a bunch of Hollywood execs, which is kind of funny. Isn't this like produced by the Weinsteins? So they were just kind of like writing a story about themselves. I don't see their names on this, so maybe not. No, it's Alliance and Dimension Films, Conrad Pictures. So yeah, I don't think the Weinsteins were involved in this. But it's kind of like their story, where they just take advantage of women in Hollywood. It's got some decent slasher moments. It's got some fun stuff with all the cast playing, like, different versions. It's Scream 3. You know what it is. I don't need to go deep on these. I'm going to try starting to make these even shorter than I do, just so I can get through more and more. I want to start pumping these out like shit tons. It's really fun to do. And in 7th place, we have 2008 getting eliminated. And that is Cloverfield. Really good. This was bumping up to like 4 territory now. And I think it's a solid... I'm not a fan of... I shouldn't say I'm not a fan. I'm a fan of every genre of horror movies. I'm just not a huge fan of found footage horror. I think there's so many that it's just the same thing to me. It's like shaky camera and then quick over here. Oh, there's something scary in front of the camera real quick. Move it away. It's fine, but only once in a while for me. Like, I have to be in the mood to be like cheapskate jump scared over and over again. But Cloverfield does something different than all the rest. You got a giant creature, and all the shots of it look pretty well done. I like the storyline where they're just at a party and then all of a sudden all hell's breaking loose and you're just following this group. It's got a pretty solid ending. It's a fun kaiju movie, I guess you can call it. It's a unique take on it. Good stuff. And then in 6th place, this is going to piss off some people because I know this movie is like got a hardcore cult following. But I gave it a 4, which, remember, that's still a high score. And that's Jennifer's Body from 2009. I've only ever seen this movie twice. The first time, back when it came out, and I absolutely thought it was just stupid garbage. I hated it. I was just like, really? Just a movie like of her showcasing how hot she is for an hour and a half. Which is fine, there's a genre for that. But it's just not for me. And then on a rewatch about a year and a half ago, sorry, I've seen this 3 times. On my rewatch about a year and a half ago, it bumped up quite a bit. I was like, this is actually pretty solid. It's got some decent storytelling. I'm not a huge fan of a lot of the acting, but it's cheese, which is fine. And I kind of like what happens to her. The band sacrificing her to Satan and then getting their just desserts. Like, it's fun. I like it. And then on this watch, it bumped up to a 4. It was a 3.5. I bumped it up to a 4. I thought it was pretty solid. I don't think it'd ever hit a 4.5 for me. I think 4 is as high as I'll ever go, but good stuff. Must own, must see. And then in 5th place, I have from Broken Lizard and 2004, I have the elimination of Club Dread. This is a fun comedy slasher. I absolutely love these guys' other movies. Well, I shouldn't say absolutely love. I think they're all really funny. And this is another one. Like, this might be their best to me, just because it's slasher based, and there's a lot of pretty funny stuff. And you got Bill Paxton here in an excellent role that I enjoyed quite a bit. Lots of good funny moments. I love the moment when they're around the campfire. They're doing like the classic campfire storytelling, scary stories. And they tell the big story about how some guy like had his dick chopped off. And then one of the counselors is already in costume, and he jumps up and he's got his dick tucked between his legs, and he's like scaring the shit out of everybody. There's just quick little comedy jokes like that. The one guy can like cause orgasms by touching girls. He's such a good masseuse. Like, there's a bunch of pretty funny, cheesy ass lines of dialogue and fun moments. I always have fun every time I watch this. It's a good mood movie. And my final 4. It's gonna jump right in here. In 4th place, we have the elimination of 2007. And that's 28 weeks later. I think this is a solid follow-up. There's some excellent moments. I love the opening leading into what it leads into later. I love just how vicious these zombies are. Like, these are vicious-ass zombies. Maybe the most vicious of all time, possibly. They're just fucking rabid. And it's the one zombie apocalypse that I don't think I would be able to survive in. Most of them, I'm like, yeah, bring it on. I could live through that. This one, not so much. These fuckers are fast and just sniff you out, basically. It's brutal. There's like no hiding from them. They're just terrifying. And I think everybody does a good job here. Rose Byrne, Jeremy Renner. Especially Jeremy Renner. I think his character is really good, and especially the outcome with the fucking car and the fire, getting torched to death. It's really good stuff there. And I like it. It's just your classic. They've built up a town and shit's about to get infected, and that's where they go. Decent too. Another hard Blu-ray to get for some reason. I don't really get it. It's weird. Now, my top 3. And my number 3 elimination, or in spot 3, I am going to be eliminating. This is a tough top 3 for me. All 3 of these are really close, but I'm putting out House of Wax in 3rd place. 2005 getting eliminated. I love the cast here. It's just a freaking excellent cast for this kind of movie. I love the 2 killers. I think they're badass. One of their names is Bo, which is pretty funny. It's my name. And like Paris Hilton, it's death scene. It's almost worth the price of admission here. Watching that terrible actress get whacked. But she does. This is probably her best role. She's okay. They're getting her, see her killed. But this is a who's who of just like the sexiest 20-somethings you've ever seen in a movie, basically. It's just like the men and the women. It's just ridiculous. But it's fun. House of Wax is good. I like, especially when they get to the town and they start to realize everything's made of wax and it starts to get creepy. Jared Padalecki from Supernatural, when he goes and they find him and he's the wax and they go to try and peel it off and they peel his skin off with it and his eyes just looking and crying. It's brutal. Kicks in there. I love it. It's decent. Solid remake. Another 2000's remake. But my top two here, we have from the Ring collection, we have the original Ring, and from 2001 we have Joyride. Now, I gave both of these a 4.5, so there's no 5 stars in this episode. And they're both really, I love them both for different reasons, and it's really freaking hard to pick one of these. But I went with, I'll explain why I picked what I did in a second, but I'm eliminating Joyride. It doesn't make it to the finals. But this is excellent, and one of the biggest reasons why I'm eliminating is because it's not really horror. Like, it's just an action thriller with the lightest of horror elements. And that's why I would put it in second place. It's just creepy. It's not really a horror movie. But, with that said, I also still think that the original Ring is a better movie. It's just a deeper story. And I know this movie gets a lot of hate because of its terrible, like, bluish-green tint over the entire movie and the way it's filmed and just how slow and boring it is and stuff. But I'm a fan. Like, I like this more than the Japanese version, Ringu, which I have on 4K, and it's solid too, but I find that one even slower. And then the scariness isn't there for me in Ringu. It just doesn't hit. In this American remake, I think, in a rare occasion, that it's actually better than the Japanese. And I just like the performances. I think Naomi Watts is nailing it here. Her son, I can't remember this actor's name, but her son does an awesome job. He's a creepy little kid. And I just like the whole storyline for trying to figure out where this tape comes from. And I was also, like, I went to the theater to see this, and with Kayla, my wife, and her and I loved it in the theater. We were, like, so hooked that we ended up naming our firstborn daughter Samara, which is, it's spelled the exact same as Samara, but we like Samara better than Samara, so we went with Samara. And so that alone, this has to win just because I named my daughter after it. But I just rewatched it on this 4K collection, which is also really nice if you don't have this from Scream Factory. This is definitely a good pickup. The other two movies, not so much. But this one, like, just for the first Ring and to have it in this nice set with the other two, or just the bonus, it's a nice pickup. And it's going to make it the 4th spot into my finals. Yeah, I watched it again. I've seen it probably 10, 15 times since 2002. So 2002 just pulled off a victory. When I do get to my final episode, where I'm bringing back all the victors, I will announce what year each one's from and so give you a reminder, and we'll see how many from each year actually make it. So far, I actually think I have one from all different years so far. Could be wrong on that, but I think all 4 of them are from different years, which is kind of crazy. No runaway years yet. But yeah, Ring's going to take it. My 4th spot into the finals, and I will be back in a couple days. I won't be able to put out another one tomorrow night, but I might be able to get up round 5 the next day. Because I still have about 3 movies I want to rewatch. And the new Call of Duty just came out, so I'm playing the shit out of that. So I'm having to squeeze in these 3 movies in between my Call of Duties playing. So grab this box set, and I will see yous on the next round. Thank you.